The camera slowly sweeps across the city skyline at sunrise. Tall glass buildings catch the first light, reflecting it like 1,000 tiny stars. The streets below are wet, shimmering with neon signs and the faint glow of traffic. A soft piano begins to play, each note echoing like a heartbeat. Rain continues to fall lightly, creating ripples and puddles and a sense of quiet anticipation. We see distant, shadowy figures walking briskly through the streets, umbrellas bobbing in rhythm with the gentle drizzle. A slow-motion shot captures a lone figure pausing, looking up as rain trickles down their face. Their expression unreadable, but full of longing. The soft piano is joined by a subtle heartbeat sound, hinting at an emotional journey about to begin. Text appears on the screen. Some love stories never really end. The words linger for a moment before fading, leaving the sound of the rain and the piano to fill the silence. The camera cuts to reflections and puddles, blurred images of people passing by, city lights dancing. And then, for a brief second, a silhouette of a familiar woman looking out a window. Her face isn't revealed yet, but her presence feels familiar, comforting, and mysterious all at once. As the piano swells, a second silhouette appears across the street. A man pauses, noticing something in the distance. Their eyes do not meet, yet the connection is palpable. The camera pulls back to show the vastness of the city, emphasizing how small two people seem in a world that is so large. Yet fate is quietly moving them toward each other. The heartbeat sound grows slightly louder, blending with the piano, signaling that this moment is the start of something significant. A soft whisper of wind carries a faint sound of laughter from somewhere nearby. The camera catches a single raindrop sliding down a window, mirroring the anticipation in the air. The city is alive, yet in this quiet moment, it feels as if the world has paused, holding its breath. Another line of text fades in. Are you ready for a second chance? And then disappears, leaving the audience with a shiver of curiosity. The music pauses briefly, allowing the sound of rain to dominate, as the camera slowly tilts upward to capture the sunrise reflecting off the tallest building. This marks the end of Section 1, establishing the mood, the setting, and the emotional pull that will guide the rest of the teaser. Across town, in a softly lit office high above the city, a man leans against a floor-to-ceiling window. He watches the streets below, fingers tapping lightly against the glass. A framed photograph on his desk catches the sunlight, two smiling faces frozen in a moment long ago. His expression is calm, yet there's a flicker of something more, a memory, a longing, a sudden awareness that the past has come knocking. The music shifts, soft strings join the piano, creating a warm, emotional undertone. Quick cuts show their everyday worlds, her tying the laces of elegant shoes, before stepping into the morning crowd, him adjusting a tie while reviewing papers. Though their environments are worlds apart, the edits subtly mirror each other, the rhythm of their lives echoing like parallel lines, about to converge. Suddenly, a fleeting moment, she steps out of a coffee shop, glancing at the street, and he steps out of a taxi on the opposite side. Their eyes almost meet, but a pedestrian blocks the view. The camera lingers on the split-second brush of recognition, a subtle tension building. Neither moves closer yet, but the audience feels the gravity pulling them toward one another. A text overlay appears years apart, yet the heart remembers. The letters fade slowly as the camera focuses on a tiny, almost imperceptible detail, a shared laugh from someone passing by, a scarf fluttering in the wind, the reflection of a familiar silhouette in a shop window. Every visual cue hints at the character's shared past, but nothing is explicit. The tease lies in the tension, the unspoken connection. The camera pans up, catching the city skyline once more, but this time through rain-specked windows. A soft gust of wind moves a stray umbrella, almost like it's guiding the characters closer, as if the city itself knows the reunion is inevitable. The section ends with the faint sound of a heartbeat intertwined with the strings, leaving viewers on edge, wondering when and how these two lives will collide. Rain intensifies, tapping against windows like impatient fingers. Inside a quiet apartment, the woman sits alone at a small table, a letter in her hands. Her eyes scan the page, but her expression reveals more questions than answers. The words on the paper are blurred to the audience, but the tone is urgent, almost pleading. She exhales, her fingers tightening around the paper, and the sound of a distant train echoes through the room, a reminder of the world moving forward, even as emotions linger in the past. Cut to the man in his office. He stares at a photo of the two of them from years ago, smiling in a carefree moment. A phone vibrates on the desk, but he doesn't pick it up immediately. Instead, he traces a line across the photo, hesitation written across his face. The room is silent except for the ticking of a clock, each tick amplifying the tension in the air. Something has shifted. Something unresolved is calling both of them back into each other's lives. Quick flashes create a sense of urgency, her silhouette hurrying down a narrow alley. A street lamp flickering above him, stopping at a corner, glancing back as if sensing someone behind him. A shadow crosses her path, a stranger, a reminder that the world outside is unpredictable and full of obstacles. These glimpses are fragmented, almost dreamlike, giving the audience a sense that fate is fragile, easily disrupted. A subtle musical shift, low strings and a soft drumbeat introduces a pulse of suspense. The heartbeat motif from earlier returns, faster now, blending with the tension in the visuals. A line of text appears, life gave them a second chance. But will they take it? The words linger, then vanish as the camera cuts to their reflections passing each other in a rain-drenched shop window. Neither sees the other clearly, but the sense of misconnection is palpable. The city itself seems to conspire against them. Cars pass too quickly, crowds obscure vision. Streetlights flicker in time with the suspenseful music. Each frame is charged with anticipation, something important is about to happen. Yet the timing is uncertain. The audience feels the tension building in their chest, sensing that love alone may not be enough to overcome the hurdles fate has set. The city night hums with life, but in a quiet corner, the world seems to pause. Rain-slick streets reflect the glow of neon signs, casting shimmering colors across the pavement. She walks slowly, hands tucked into her coat pockets, her breath visible in the crisp night air. A soft laugh escapes her lips, small, almost hidden, but it carries warmth, a memory of happier times. The camera lingers on her profile, the light catching the gentle curve of her smile, hinting at vulnerability and hope intertwined. Cut to him, standing outside a small jazz cafe, music spilling out onto the street. He adjusts his coat collar and glances toward the entrance, noticing a familiar figure in the crowd. Their eyes almost meet through the glass, but a passing pedestrian briefly blocks the view. The camera focuses on the subtle tension in his stance, hesitation, longing, and the recognition of something he thought was lost forever. Soft strings swell, accompanied by a delicate piano melody, creating a warm, nostalgic atmosphere. Quick, intimate cuts show shared moments and fragments, her laughter echoing down an empty alley, his hand brushing against a chair she just left, the flicker of candlelight reflecting in their eyes. Nothing is fully revealed, faces are partially obscured, hands partially hidden, but the emotions are undeniable. The audience feels the magnetic pull between them. A fleeting moment, she turns a corner and pauses at a fountain, its water sparkling like liquid stars. He appears on the opposite side, their eyes locking this time. The camera circles them slowly, showing the space between them shrinking, yet still charged with unspoken words. The city seems to fade around them. For a heartbeat, nothing else exists. Text appears, some love stories deserve another chapter. The words linger briefly, then fade as soft rain begins to fall, adding a layer of intimacy and serenity to the scene. The camera captures tiny, symbolic gestures, a scarf blown by the wind almost wrapping around her, a coffee cup she drops and he instinctively reaches for, the reflection of their silhouettes merging in a puddle. Each visual is a whisper of connection, teasing the rekindling of love without ever fully revealing the outcome. The gentle rain of the previous scenes turns into a sudden downpour, the city streets now glistening like mirrors under streetlights. Shadows stretch and twist across the pavement as the camera follows her running, coat flapping behind her, hair damp and clinging to her face. Her expression is a mix of fear, frustration, and determination. Something urgent drives her forward, but the audience doesn't yet know what. Cut to him. He stands at a crossroads, staring at the same rain-slicked streets. His hand hovers over a doorknob, hesitates, then lets it fall. Quick flashes show moments of doubt and hesitation, a phone call missed, and an open letter. A car pulling away just before he reaches it. The audience feels the weight of timing, of choices made too late or too early, and the tension pulses like a second heartbeat alongside the score. The music grows tense, low. Rapid strings and soft percussion mimic the pounding of hearts, building urgency. Quick montage cuts, a taxi screeches past, a scarf blows away into the night. A hand reaches for another just moments too late.